We're here at the Pengrove Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta. I'm Jim Houston. With me here for the Western Conference quarterfinal is Craig Simpson. On deck, it's Game 3 between the Calgary Flames and the Detroit Red Wings. Calgary can pull ahead in this series with a win here at home.
These are the games they have to win if they want to make a run in the postseason. It's all about grit and determination.
It's certainly not going to get any easier fighting from behind. Here's a look at tonight's official.
Jimmy's one of the more experienced refs in the league. He calls things tight, and the players and coaches know it. He calls it by the book and doesn't put up with any garbage.
Face-off won by Datsuk.
Made the defense look bad on that move.
Over the blue line. Checked.
That came harder than expected.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
Leveled. Thundering hit.
Out of their defensive end. Shove. Brings it out. Over the line. Brings it out. In over the line.
It takes talent to deke like that.
Shanahan gets the shot off. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Brings it out. Over the line. Brings it out. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rocked.
Now that one was worth watching.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hatcher pushes him. Detroit puts its second line out. He gets laid out by Warner. Brings it out. Over the line. Sent flying.
You could feel that one up in the booth.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoots! He scores! And we have our first goal of the game. Nothing fancy on that goal. He just broke in alone and popped it in the net. This team is on the wrong side of an early 1-0 score.
And that's got to worry the coaching staff. They don't want to be playing catch-up all game long.
Played across. Leopold shoves him.
That was a big hit.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Fired it hard. Shot is blocked by Schneider. Right in front. Shoots the puck. Turek covers up.
Jim, this guy loves to pick goalies apart.
He's a true marksman.
Hey, you put him in the slot with a puck and he scores 9 out of 10. Doesn't matter who's in goal.
They're getting ready for the face-off. And the face-off is won by Draper. Shoved. Passed across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Crushed.
That's what we came to see.
Over the line. Run over.
That's going to leave a mark.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
He caught him napping with that hit.
With a wrist shot. Saved by Turek. Brings it out. In over the line. Hatcher levels him.
That's an impressive hit.
Over the blue line. He gets bowled over by Warner. Puck intercepted by Buzet. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets rocked up by Lidstrom. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone.
Hit. They felt that hit in the rafters.
Reinfrecht brings it out. In over the line. A shot from the slot by Nielsen. Simon scores! It trickled in!
And it better check the puck for cracks after that slap.
No doubt. Good thing it didn't hit the goalie, but it knocked him into the net as well. Calgary ties it up midway through the first.
That'll relieve the pressure of playing from behind.
Detroit wins the draw. He gets hit by Regier. He took him down. Jelena thrashed.
Finished that one with a bang.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked.
That was a monster of a hit.
Over the line. Shoved. In front. Legacy freezes the puck. Success just comes with the territory when you're a Sutter, brother.
Oh, you're right, Jim. In over 20 years of coaching, from the junior ranks to the NHL, Daryl Sutter has reached the postseason in all but one campaign.
Face-off won by Reinprecht. A shot from the slot by Gauthier, saved by Legacy. Brings it out. In over the line. Shoved.
That was rock solid.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Dandino knocked him off the puck. Reinprecht shoots quickly. Chelios moves it ahead. Over the blue line. Shoved. Played up. Over the line. He gets thrashed.
He really took it to him.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Short pass. Right in front. Turek got a leg on it. Reinprecht brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. In front. Legacy hangs on for the whistle. The ref is ready to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Datsuk. Passed over, out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. In behind. He gets checked by Hatcher.
Knocked him right off the play.
Brings it out. In over the line. It's chipped ahead by Warner. He gets taken out by Yzerman. Over center ice. Into the attacking zone. Shoots it. Datsuk misses the net. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Pushed right in front. Legacy freezes the puck. The action's about to start. Face-off won by Draper. Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the line. Conroy gets mowed down. Over the blue line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked by Hatcher. Whitney. The Red Wings have a man down.
Well, it didn't look that bad at first, but now it's clear that we're dealing with a potentially serious injury.
And that injury has forced him to the dressing room.
We'll have to wait to see if he's done for the game or if he's coming back.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Reinprecht. Rips it from the wing. In over the line. Run over.
He's really throwing his weight around.
Over the line. Flattened. Hard one-timer. Legacy covers up for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. Face-off won by Conroy. Shove. Leopold. Quick shot. Turned aside by Legacy. Over the blue line. A shot from the slot by Holmstrom. Blocked by Gauthier. Brings it out. Delayed penalty coming up for Detroit. Mowers will serve time for hooking. Calgary will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. He gets hit by Lidman. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Over. In front. Great save. Legacy covers up. We're still tied 1-1. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. faceoff goes to Detroit. Rubbed off the puck by Yzerman. Conroy moves it ahead. Draper grabbed it, brings it out. Over the blue line. In over the line. Rink-wide pass by Donovan. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Big hit.
A textbook body check, Jim.
Brings it out. Passed across by Conroy. Sent flying.
Terrific physical play.
Over the line. He gets leveled by Regier. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Donovan now has the puck. Door slammed shut by Legacy. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Flattened.
Now that's a big hit.
Into the attacking zone. Calgary is 0 for 1 with a man advantage as the penalty expires. Donovan shoots the puck. Mowers grabbed it. Over the line. Thrashed.
That's one he'll remember.
Over the blue line. Delayed penalty coming up for Detroit. Scramble. Schneider is going off for interference.
That was a good call, Jim. That deserves 2 minutes in the box.
Calgary will get a second chance on the power play here. Yzerman won the faceoff. Brings it out. In over the line. And the horn signals the end of the first period. We head into the break with the score tied 1-1.
Find that last player for your set or starting unit. For ticket information or to rent a tape, please call our front office during business hours.
Welcome back to what's been a close game so far.
Let's see if the second period can shake things up a bit.
We're ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Detroit. He gets shoved by Regier. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. A shot from the slot by Conroy. Legacy turned him away. Over the line. Regier pushes him. Conroy. Over the blue line. Bowled over.
A punishing hit.
Advances the puck. Quick puck movement. In over the line. Thrashed.
That's some heavy action.
Into the attacking zone. Centers it. Oh, there's a shot. Saved by Legacy. Regier. Wrist shot. Legacy makes the save. Brings it out. End to end. Taken out.
What a hit!
Passed ahead. Moved over. Over the line. He gets hit by Conroy.
That was huge.
Over the blue line. Turned aside. A lateral pass. Yzerman gets bowled over with a wrist shot. Turek closed the door. He hangs on.
You always have to keep your head up. If you don't, that's exactly what happens.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Conroy wins the faceoff. Shoved. Moved across. Calgary is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Checked. Brings it out. Coast to coast. He gets stapled by Regier. Behind the net. Goes behind the net. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoved. In front. Quick shot from the slot by Conroy. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets rocked up by Warner.
Sends him down.
Long pass. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Lidstrom checks him. Short pass. Into the attacking zone. He gets taken out by Warner.
He leveled him.
Played up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Flattened. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets rocked by Conroy. Right in front. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot. Calgary's about to make a change. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hit. In over the line. Right in front. One times it. Pad save. Passed ahead. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Holmstrom shoots it quickly. Goes behind his net. Detroit makes a line change. Through center. Coast to coast. Bowled over. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Right in front. Turned away. Reinprecht. In over the line. Shoved. Brings it out. Over center ice. Over the blue line. Shoved. Long pass. Out of their defensive end. Played over by Lidman. Checked. Brings it out. Detroit Red Wings make a full change. Rubbed off the puck. Advances the puck. Over the line. Conroy gets run over.
That one took him right out of the play.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Jelena.
Very impressive.
Quick pass up. Over the blue line. He gets run over by Chelios.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
Hit. McCarty corrals the puck. Right in front. Yzerman scores right upstairs.
Now let's take a look at that one on the replay, Jim. Look at how well he executes the wrister to find the back of the net. What a beauty!
It may only be one goal, but the gap will feel a lot bigger as time goes on.
That's why they need to create some momentum, even if it's just a big hit or a good rush.
Muscled off the puck. Datsuk grabbed it. Over center. Over the line. Turek reached out for the puck. Moved up. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Across. Mad scramble. In front. A shot from the slot by Nielsen. Legacy covers up for the whistle. Dave Lewis has had some big shoes to fill in Detroit.
Well, Jim, it takes a lot to follow in the footsteps of the winningest coach in NHL history. But Lewis has held his own. He led the Wings to the President's Trophy in 2003-2004 campaign.
Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Regier. In over the line. Rocked.
Lined him up and knocked him down.
Brings it out. Over the line. Shoved. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Played across. Wrist shot by Conroy. Legacy turns the shot aside. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Scramble in front. Centering pass by Saprikin. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. He gets bowled over by Buzek. In over the line. Quick shot by Lombardi.
Way off target.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Saprikin. Over the line. One timed by Shanahan. Denied by Turek. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by McCarty.
He slammed him big time.
In over the line. Regier rocks him. Long pass. Over the blue line. Jelena gets pushed in front. Maltby over the line. Sent flying.
He took a big-time check.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Knocked down.
Bumped them that time.
Brings it out. Over the line. He gets shoved by Schneider.
Lines him up and sends him down.
Flatten. A shot from the slot by Conroy. Legacy covers up. He's on the score sheet with that 1 assist already. Let's see if he can build on it.
While we know he has the skills, it's just a matter of execution.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Reinfrecht. Nielsen now with the puck. Legacy hangs on for the whistle. How do you like this guy's shooting percentage?
That's not bad. 1 shot, 1 goal.
Let's see if he can go 2 for 2.
Why not?
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Reinprecht. Right in front. Legacy made the save. Into the attacking zone. Shanahan gets checked out of their defensive end. That's offside. This guy needs to play aggressive to be effective.
Well, he doesn't flop down, so he has to play at the top of his crease. If he gets back on his heels, he gives away way too much net.
The faceoff goes to Detroit. In over the line. Legacy with a big save. The horn signals the end of the second period. 2-1 is the score as we head to the intermission.
Tonight's edition features complete roster listings for both teams, player bios, and informative stories.
All right, we're ready to start the final period.
Look for both teams to try to establish control early.
Face-off won by Datsuk. Knocked down.
That was a full contact hit.
Cranked him. Goes behind the net. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shanahan gets hit.
That'll keep them on their heels.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's played over by Conroy. Right in front. Legacy freezes the puck.
Jim, this is an emotional game, but right now the coach has to be feeling the heat for that missed call.
Well, let's have a look here at why he's all fired up. You be the judge. The ref is ready to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Detroit. Datsuk went short. Out of their defensive end. Played over, shoved. Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Legacy made the save. Rocked. Reach wide pass. Over the line. He gets rocked by Shanahan. Passed ahead. Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Draper brings it out. In over the line. He gets bumped off the puck. Iginla grabbed it, brings it out. Into the attacking zone, pushed off the puck. Out of their defensive end, over the line. And this time, they've gone in offside. Detroit is really making this team pay for their mistakes.
Jim, every time they've got a clean look at the net, they've buried the puck.
They don't have a whole lot of shots, but they're making them count. And the faceoff is won by Reinprecht. Nielsen with a wrist shot. Brilliant save by Legacy. Brings it out. In over the line. Pass to the slot. A shot from the slot by Yzerman. Shanahan scores upstairs.
Jim, he knew exactly when to release the backhander there. Nice goal.
I think they can expect a lot of pressure for the rest of the period.
Defending a 2-goal lead is not an easy task.
Taken out. Iginla gets bowled over. In front. Gets the shot off. Legacy covers up for the whistle. The action's about to start. Detroit wins the draw. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Leveled. Into the attacking zone. Big hit. Thomas brings it up. In over the line. Flattened. Over the blue line. He gets bowled over.
Sent him sprawling.
Across, out of their defensive end. Over the line. Taken out. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Warner.
Now that's how you body check someone.
In over the line. Hit. Draper. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Cranked him.
Jim, that was a real blow.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line.
Made him look bad with that deep.
Big hit. Moved across. Brings it out. In over the line. Advances the puck. Bumped by McCammon. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Run over. Into the attacking zone. Legacy made the huge save. Detroit plays an up-tempo, skilled game.
They have some amazing talent. I love watching this team play. They move the puck with confidence and love to score pretty goals.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Datsuk. Shoved. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot by Jelena. Iginla blocks the shot. Played across. Over the blue line. Taken out. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Goes behind the net. Goaltender stopped that. Out of their defensive end. Detroit Red Wings make a full change. Shove. Shanahan shoots the puck. Turek shuts the door. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Saved by Legacy. And he covers up for the faceoff. Lombardi has electrifying speed.
He's a top-level skater for sure. That not only helps him on offense, but allows him to get back on defense if there's a turnover.
Draper won the draw. Brings it out. Over the line. Cranked him.
He's not getting by that time.
Centered. Shoots the puck.
Not even close.
One-times it. Turek stones him. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Slaps it. Legacy turned the shot away. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Turned aside. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Fires it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets roughed up by Woolley.
Great body work so far.
Datsuk brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Bowled over.
He's seeing double now.
In over the line. He gets hit by Schneider.
Shook him up and took him down.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hit. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Big hit.
No mercy on that play.
Into the attacking zone. He gets taken out by Lidman. Brings it out. End to end. Shoved. Fires. Legacy made the save. Out of their defensive end. Over center. Over the line. Knocked him off the puck. Conroy grabbed it. One-time shot by Maltby. The door is shut by Turek. Over the blue line. Jelena shoots the puck. Taken out. Brings it out. Detroit makes a line change. Big hit. Brings it out. In over the line. One-time shot. Glove save. Legacy covers up. It didn't take this guy too many tries to put one in the back of the net.
Well, if you want to be valuable to your team's offense, you've got to focus on getting your shot off quickly and as often as you can.
Face-offs won by Detroit. Rocked out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Taken out. In the corner. Over the blue line. He gets bowled over by Conroy. Short pass. Over the line. Legacy made the save. In the corner. Shoots the puck. Leg save. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets run over by Regier. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked. Moved over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. It's moved over by Simon. Hit. And we're all done here now. Detroit wins this game and takes the lead in the series. From the Pengrowth Saddledome in Calgary, Alberta, and for EA Sports, I'm Jim Hewson.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Have a great one.
Thank you.